Ice castles. Read the text, answer the questions that follow. When you go to the beach, you make a sand castle. It only makes sense, right? You've got to work with what you've got. Well, what if you were going to make a castle someplace really, really cold? You'd probably make an ice castle. You certainly wouldn't be the first to do so. In very frigid places, people have been crafting ice castles for hundreds of years. The tradition of building ice castles most likely comes from igloos. Igloos, of course, are the ice block homes crafted by some of the native peoples of northern North America. Today's ice castles, however, are less for living in than for showing off. But that doesn't mean that they don't take lots of planning. After all, the builders are dealing with large chunks of ice, and they need these structures to be safe for people to explore. Builders use precise measurements and detailed blueprints to make sure that everything goes as planned. They use a variety of tools to chip away at ice and snow. For large cuts, they might use chainsaws. For more intricate details, they may use chisels. Just like sandcastle builders need to keep an eye on the tides, ice castle builders need to watch the weather forecast. That's because bright sunshine will, of course, cause their snow and ice creations to melt much faster. Yes, ice castles may only last a few days or weeks, but that's part of the magic of these amazing creations. So boys and girls, before I go to the questions, I'm going to label the paragraphs. 1, 2, and 3. On to the next page. What is the meaning of the word frigid from paragraph 1? Which sentence in the text gives you the strongest clue about what the word means? So I'm going to go up to paragraph 1 and find the word frigid. So I'm scanning the text, and I see in line 4, in very frigid places, I'm going to highlight frigid, and now I'm going to use the context clues, the whole sentence around it, to try to figure out what it means. In very frigid places, people have been crafting ice castles for hundreds of years. That wasn't necessarily super obvious, so I'm going to read the sentences before it as well. Well, what if you were going to make a castle someplace really, really cold? You'd probably make an ice castle. You certainly wouldn't be the first to do so. In very frigid places, people have been crafting ice castles for hundreds of years. That gives me a clue that it's someplace really, really cold. That frigid means just that. Extremely or intensely cold. So I'm going to answer. Frigid means extremely or intensely cold. The next question says, which sentence in the text gives you the strongest clue about what that word means? For me, it was the sentence, well, if you're going to make a castle someplace really, what if you're going to make a castle someplace really, really cold? So I'm going to put that in quotation marks because I'm taking it right from the text. So someplace really, really cold. There are two reallys there, so they mean it. It ends with a question mark because it's a question. I'm going to close it with quotations. So I answered both questions. I'm ready to move on to number 2. Use clues in the text to determine the meaning of the word crafted as you used in paragraph 2. Include the context clues you used in your response. Go back up to the paragraph 2, and I'm looking for the word crafted. I see in the second sentence, igloos, of course, are the ice block homes crafted by some of the native peoples of northern North America. So here, it means to make or build with care. So it shows me in paragraph 2 that that's what the native peoples of northern North America built their homes or igloos from. So the word crafted means to make or build with care. And then I need to find the sentence that helped me. And for this one, again, it was the sentence that actually included the word crafted in it. So starting with igloos. See right above it the word building in the sentence. Gave the clue. Period. Question number 3, which sentence from the text best helps readers figure out what chainsaws and chisels are? A, you've got to work with what you've got. B, they also have detailed blueprints to make sure that everything goes as planned. C, just like sandcastle builders need to keep an eye on the tides, ice castle builders need to watch the weather forecast. Or D, they use a variety of tools to chip away at ice and snow. So which sentence helps readers figure out what chainsaws and chisels are? I know that those are tools, so I'm going to use the letter D. They use a variety of tools to chip away at the ice and snow. And question 4, what does the word precise mean as it is used in paragraph 2? Rough, accurate, coarse, or approximate. So here I can plug in those words for precise to help me understand what the answer is. So first I need to find precise. I'm going to highlight it there. It's in, let's see, about just over halfway through the paragraph. Builders use precise measurements and detailed blueprints. So if I plug in those options, builders use rough measurements and detailed blueprints to make sure everything goes as planned. Accurate, builders use accurate measurements and detailed blueprints to make sure everything goes as planned. Coarse, Builders use coarse measurements, or builders use approximate measurements in detailed blueprints. So, precise, if you're making sure everything will go as planned, the closest word, the best synonym, would be accurate, because precise means accurate, exact. Great job.